Bum 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 bum. The heat or dislike show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The heat or dislike show. Bum 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 bum. Please continue to pray for my art career by leaving a dislike on this video. I'm having a lot of difficulty because my my first day at Central Arizona College, I thought I was I thought I was starting this dream job, but something happened, and so it's not really the fault of anybody there, but it really went to show how little freedom I really have. And so ever since then, I'm not upset or anything. I just realized how little control and freedom I will have until I make it big somewhere, and that's when I really went on a bender with my art project. I don't know if anger is the right word for that, but a sense of no control in my life, right? So it wasn't the only time that this has happened at work, but even for a job that would otherwise be a dream job, to come to that realization is just really frustrating, in my opinion. There's nothing more frustrating than having to not have control over your environment, and so that's just been really frustrating. So art projects, and let's generate some more random numbers to do some fortune telling. Uh, I've I've been thinking about choosing the right precious metal to invest in, because history is full of times when one or more of the precious metals has done a 10 bagger. And so if I choose the right one, right, that would buy me a lot of freedom too. Let's see, random number generator. So I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 83. And if it corresponds to any metal that can reasonably be bought physically and invested in, I will do that. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. The button's not working for some reason. It's really laggy. I'll have to do it on my computer, and you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying. Random number generator, 1 to 83, and I generated a 16, and 16 I believe is sulfur. I thought about making art with sulfur at one point. Actually, you can melt it and cast it into things. The only problem is that I think sulfur will react with silicones. You can't really pour it into a silicone mold. Uh, but you know what? I might give that a try at some point, the sulfur art. Let's generate another number. 57. 57, I believe, is, let's see. I know 52 is tellurium, 53 iodine. Right? And so it's one of the transition. Is it niobium? I think. Let's see. It is 57 is it's one of the lanthanoids. It's lanthanium. Probably not something that's easy to physically acquire. I have a lot of the rare earth mining stock of ETF REMX, so I feel covered with that already. I don't think sulfur is going to go into a 10 bagger. It's one of the most industrially useful elements, right? Everything that you see around you probably has had sulfuric acid used to make it at some point in its life, right? Anyway, just a sense of loss of control. The other thing is that last night I slept really well. And why did I sleep very well? Well, I stayed up until 4 in the morning, and when I went to sleep, it was like I descended straight into heaven. It wasn't. I didn't even have to think about sleeping. I love that. Unfortunately, my schedule doesn't really allow for me to just stay up until I'm too bombed out and then go to sleep. Right. Uh, Someday when I finally retire, I will never take another sleeping medication. I use a lot of melatonin. Well, after I'm retired, I'll never have to take melatonin again. Can you imagine how much money I would save? Right, I spend about at least $5 a month for melatonin pills. Right, I could use that for other things in my retirement. Right, certainly I could use it for more markers and canvases. Right, and I could also sleep a lot better on my own timetable. Right. And I'll probably stop using the caffeine. Can you? Oh, I really would save a lot of money if I stopped using the caffeine. A lot more than just $5 a month. Right? That's probably more like 30, $40 a month easily that I could then use on bismuth or whatever metal is cheap at the moment. By the time I retire, gold could be the cheapest metal on the periodic table because we just keep accumulating more and more of it. Right. Anyways, my colleague making slurping noises and burping and not being able to sleep whenever I want really just go to show how little freedom I have. Freedom! And I want to somehow reacquire what should have been a God-given right? The right to not hear burping noises, the right to sleep whenever I want to. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.